5 years ago, I owned a 1989 Ford Foxbody Mustang with a big-ass 82mm turbo, a Chevy LS swap, and a Turbo 400 transmission that I personally built specifically for quarter-mile drag racing over the course of 6 years. Raced it for 3 years, and then sold it to start funding my own business. The downfall to this story is I didn't have a backup race car. This was literally my only one. Why does that even matter? Well, when you and your father spend all of your extra time drag racing together, and you take that away, that leaves you with an angry father, and I'm pretty sure most of us don't like it when our fathers are angry at us, so that put me on the path to creating another race car, and so the vicious cycle continues. I began collecting parts, and eventually I acquired my next quarter-mile vehicle, a 2000 Chevrolet Silverado. You guys may have seen this on the channel in one single video. It's taking forever to build, but I just couldn't wait any longer, and during the process of acquiring the race truck and building it from the ground up, I also picked up a wrecked Nissan 350Z with a half-assed Chevy LS swap, 6-speed transmission, and a whole lot of turbos for boosties. The project was maybe 50% complete when I got it, and it took a lot of work to get it ready to perform on the dyno. It made 630 wheel horsepower, which isn't too bad. I pretty much built this car for drifting sideways though, but to soothe the soul of my angry dad, I convinced him to come race the 350Z with his 1000 wheel horsepower Mustang that you may have also seen in one single video. So with that being said, let's get rocking and rolling because we're taking the 350Z quarter-mile drag racing, so sit back, grab your favorite snack, and let's get to work. Alright guys, welcome back, Stupid Fast Nation. We're skipping the incredibly special intros that I do on majority of my videos because I have a lot of work to do in a very short amount of time. So let's just get right to it. This is going to be the maiden voyage on the Nissan 350Z with the big turbo LS swap directly in front of me. So yes, I pulled this in. I want to do the maiden voyage on this. We have a couple things to do to this car before we can actually take it out and do a test drive. There was a couple issues, one of them being with the dyno. Basically, when I took this thing to the dyno, the power steering on this thing was blowing the lines off pretty consistently. So we are going to be putting a power steering reduction kit in this power steering pump. The other thing was, as you can see, the oil pickup here, the dipstick tube, will actually pop out under intense crankcase pressure and it will spew oil out. So I have a compression fitting I'm going to put on the end of that after topping off the oil. And then we're going to swap the coil packs out with my 08 Silverado because the coil packs on that are much better than these ones. These ones will basically fire randomly once in a while when you get under intense boost situations and you're making a lot of horsepower. And then also we're going to be switching out the slicks. I think the slicks off of my 1500 horse turbo Silverado, they're a 28.5 drag radial. I do believe those will fit on the Nissan 350Z, but we'll see here in just a few minutes. I don't have a lot of time to record the building of this stuff, essentially. Like, I'll do a little bit of recording, but not like I normally do because I really just don't have the time. I have about 5 hours to be at the racetrack, which, if you guys didn't know, Numidia Dragway, I could literally spit and I'm there at Numidia Dragway. It's literally right up the road. So I'm gonna drive this up. I also have to hook up the headlights so that it's technically street legal. With that being said, we gotta get some ice and a few other things. So I've got to do all this in less than 5 hours to be able to drive up to the track. My dad also, if you guys remember a few months ago, we dynoed a big turbo 1000 horse wheel horsepower foxbody Mustang with a huge precision 88mm turbo. That's my old man's car. He's going to be going up. We're going to be racing for fun. I know this 600 horse is not going to compete, you know, 5-speed, 600 horse. It's not going to compete with an automatic 1000 wheel horsepower turbo foxbody. Let's be realistic here. But we want to have some fun. Since my turbo truck is not ready to go, we still want to have some fun. We love to grudge race and stuff like that. So we're going to go up. We're going to do some hits. I'm going to throw some GoPros on. I'm going to take you guys for the ride on the maiden voyage of this Nissan 350Z. Let's get to work. All right, guys, so this is our little cap off unit. You can see it's a 3/8 because that's what size the dipstick tubing is. It's a 3/8 compression fitting with a 3/8 cap on the end. This guy will literally just slide over there, and then I'm gonna tighten all of these down, and boom, guess what? We have an airtight seal. We don't have to worry about oil blowing all over the engine bay again. The pressure reduction kit is very easy. Take a look at this clip here. We have to remove the valve out of the back side of the truck power steering pump. Scram Speed gives you this nice little sleeve. You put this over your flow valve, basically, that you take out of the back of the power steering pump. You then put this in a vise, take the nut off, remove the spring, whatever that little guy is, the ball and the end of that filter piece, and then you install these shims and rings provided with this thing, and that will reduce the pressure basically in half, so you can run it to a car power steering rack versus a truck gearbox, which requires roughly double the PSI. So let's get this done quick and installed. All right, guys, I am exhausted. I've spent the last 4.5 hours getting this car ready. I think we're pretty much ready to go. Let's talk about some things real fast. All right, guys, I think I got everything done that I wanted to get done on this car. The coil packs, oh my God, it's so dark. The coil packs, I got those swapped out from the 08 that I was talking about. You can see they're just a little bit different than the regular style LS1, LS2 coil packs. I got the pressure reduction kit, put in the power steering pump. I'm waiting to go grab some power steering fluid before I pull this out of the shop. I got my new stainless braided hose on there. I'm hoping I put one shim in, which should reduce this pressure to about 1250, 1300 PSI, which is around what the stock Nissan 350Z power steering rack accepts without being overpressured. I added a quart of oil into this beast. I adjusted the rear struts. I put the rear drag radials off of the race truck on it. I think it looks literally incredible, like pro street bad almost. The only thing I don't really like is the gap. There's almost like, you know, a finger's worth of a gap at the very peak. So I'm kind of wondering if that's going to rub. But I also got the seat belts installed. I had to go through, weld all the bungs in for the seat belts. Well, seat belt. I didn't put a passenger belt in yet. Only driver, because only your boy's taking this thing for a rip tonight. So with that being said, let me get my fluids in this thing. Let's get this thing out of the garage. Hook the GoPros up, and let's go have some fun, guys. Let's get it. Well, we did make it to the track, and look who I brought with me. Say hello, pal.
Not me.
Hi.
Are you excited to see Daddy race? Yeah? And we got Papa Smurf's Mustang in here. Oh boy. Oh yeah, baby. Say hello. Oh, he ain't even listening.
Turn the key back there, please.
Sure, pal.
Thank
Anything
you.
for you. There you go. Give me that first fire up. Let's go. Yeah, baby, let's go. I am so ready to see this thing run. ready to lose, sir? Huh? He said, please.
Yeah.
Nah, oh, you listened to me and got the detachable one, did ya? About friggin' time you listened to one piece of advice.
Oh, please. You never hear me when I say something anyway.
That's true. Thanks, pal. I'm gonna unbolt these and jack the hell out of them struts.
You want me to watch you do this from the other side of the camera?
Nah, I don't think this is necessary. We're gonna get this ready, go get teched in, and then we're gonna go run.
Okay.
Say that one more time before it gets too dark for me to record anything.
What?
What you just said
What do you want me to say?
about the launch, what you were talking about with this thing.
I said I should run it full bore up to the 8.
Yeah, because you
And we'll
haven't
get an
run the
idea
car
what
yet.
the car's actually gonna do, you know what I mean, within that period. Because the brakes are a little bit soggy, that'll give me more than enough time to go.
Right. Yeah, because you don't know if the brakes are gonna withhold what you're doing or not
I
yet.
don't think they're good enough to stop the car at that speed.
Well, we're gonna find out today.
Yeah, I guess
That's
we are
why
gonna
the
find
8th is a
out.
good idea, because then you could at least coast.
She didn't help me do the brakes, right?
Don't listen to that, guys. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Shit bled out?
Huh?
He bled out?
I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't. Me and him did them.
Yeah, and he's just proportioning valve in line with them.
Yeah, my proportioning valve, I turned it in more.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, there's brakes, they're not like the way they should be.
yeah. 1,000 horsepower to the tire, and he's got no brakes. All right, we're gonna try this one out. All right, guys, it's getting a little dark out, so it's a little harder to vlog. But we're about to go down and do our first test hit, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, not break anything. We shall see, sir. Well, at least turn it sideways. I film in landscape. What are you doing? You like the complexion of my face or what?
Love it. That hairy chin yours. Chinny chin chin. Time to race. .6.
I'm nervous.
.6.
Whatever is the best view.
That looks better.
I'm nervous, pal.
I can tell.
Huh?
I can tell.
Just gotta shake the cobwebs off a little bit.
Bro, it's like riding a bike. Don't be a bitch.
It's been like 3 years since I hit a racetrack.
I'm surprised you haven't since this has been on a dyno.
Nothing to race.
This.
Huh?
I mean, you're out here tonight, right?
Yeah.
Why not before?
Alright guys, check it out. I don't know how good this video is going to be, but I'm in the staging lanes right now, putting my belt on and my helmet so I can run down and make my first pass. I'm a little nervous because it's been a couple of years since I hit the track, but we'll be alright. Let's get this, guys. Guys, let's get it. We're good, guys. Let's get it. I'm at the staging light waiting for this other guy. 1191 at 112.
Last one. Go for it.
Let's go, pal. Oh. Battery? Wow. I guess it takes a little longer than that to charge. Well, guys, it's been fun, and although I wanted to get a second and even a third run in after my first run, I wound up somehow managing to get a pinhole in my clutch line, and my battery also took a dump, so that left me out of the rest of tonight's test and tune, and also